Basically just like
That's all the call is just screaming.
Right.
Pretty much.
No, not that, just like, just going, Laana, 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 Laana.
Like 5 minutes, like, Rakcharr, calm down, Rakcharr. Oh fuck, let's just turn off the comm link and...
Laana, 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 Jay, and then like, there's a pause, Rakcharr like, Lissa, what's wrong with Jay?
He got electrocuted. He's turned off. He'll be fine.
He got electrocuted. He can't help with the escape.
How fucking typical.
This is not the first time he has
No, this is every fight ever.
Yes.
Well, at least he didn't go down to a fight this time.
Yeah, I know. There's a pause, and then like Rakcharr calls it. Lissa, can you make him more reliable so that he doesn't fall asleep like this?
Not right now. Not in the street. We might be able to do something later.
Can you guys actually get back? Because it sounds like people might know who you are.
Oh yeah, they definitely know. Lots of cameras.
What the hell happened?
Things. They occurred.
Jay got spotted attempting to side out in the hallway before we made
Jay's
our approach. And so all of them became hostile. They nearly took me down.
And another person arrives at Laana's feet. Erashed is like, huh. I didn't think your friends would be so enthusiastic about it.
Well, we've been looking forward to it all week.
You're telling me, and now it's going to be a little bit harder to fence that gem if that's what you're going to be doing. But let me give you some advice. Don't give it to my father.
Okay.
All right.
Man, she just loves screwing over the men in her life, doesn't she?
Can I ask why?
Well, he could be the goons he's hiring to off you after he gets the gem.
Makes sense. That's what I do.
Why are you telling us this?
Because you guys were nice to me, and generally speaking, I'm probably still going to get a cut of something out of this. And he's not now, so my cut's going to be larger.
What a bitch.
That makes sense.
But in our favor.
I am totally all fucking right for giving her like a full share, and we split these fucking credits 5 ways. I don't fucking care.
How about this? To the players, we can't stick around to deal with the bank account. Why don't we just hand it over to her to forward us a cut?
Hand over the bank account to her?
We can't stick. They know, we can't stay here to actually deal with it.
What?
What's our plan for getting the money out of the bank account?
I suppose I don't exactly know how banking works in Star Wars. I don't know whether we can have it transferred while we're off world to something else while we're off world.
I suppose
you could do that, but the issue is how long. The issue is how long will they keep that bank account open? That's probably the issue here. You're probably looking at.
Yeah, so it has to be dealt with fast, and we can't stick around to deal with it.
Erishen would just shrug and say, "If you want to give me the account, you barely know me."
Right, she's obviously not going to object to it. Shit.
She's already admitted she's not above taking bribes.
It's a pretty fucking strong case.
And what if, I'm not saying these are great numbers, but obviously we can't deal with this, and she can. If we gave her 33% or even half of it and took the other half, we would still make out like bandits.
Dude, you guys made the best spin heist of the century right now.
We stole the gem, we robbed the bank, and the race winnings are coming.
Mm-hmm.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
I seriously doubt we're ever going to get those winnings.
Those winnings are associated with one of the racers. Those go to an entirely different account.
Yes.
Yeah, if you say so.
I have the evidence of those. But
I mean,
And-
we just had our racer appear on that, the security cams.
No, properly disguised. You're fine. You put on the space balaclavas, didn't you?
Fair enough.
Unless you literally did just walk in.
That's kind of what those skullduggery things were for. So Lissa's face has been seen, but not Jay's. So they might think, Lissa might be the asshole. But it's all going to Jay's owner, who wasn't there.
Yes.
All right.
Because Jay was the pilot.
That's right, dude. It's a
Right?
pilot. At any rate, I can't make a strong argument against Ryan's suggestion. I've just fucking tried, and I can't present a case. Not with how the system works.
Dude, knowing how much money is in there, I wouldn't even be suggesting this if I knew of any better way.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to.
Like,
side
the
with
only
Ryan
other
on
thing
this
we
one.
could try to do would be to actually make a deal with Lando himself. Exactly.
So long as like the money that we borrowed can like be fucking taken care of, if she could do that for us, then yeah, I'd be perfectly willing for her to take half of the money that's in the bank account and for us to get the other half.
You know, the only 115,000.
Yeah. That's assuming we could even fucking survive getting off Cloud City. So I'm desperate people are willing to.
Make sacrifice.
I agree with Ryan, Aaron, Chris.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and agree with not dying is pretty high.
I'll suck it up and agree with him.
I know, Aaron. Unless you have a better way.
you can abstain, Aaron, and then you never actually have to agree.
Actually, yeah, no, Jay's not there. He abstains.
That's right. Jay can be pissed all he wants when he gets out. Like
He's off.
That's right.
Anyways, Arishin will basically say, okay, here's what I'll do. I'll take half of it as my finder's fee. I'll take care of your debts, and I'll move some money into your accounts every now and again, launder it so that way it doesn't look weird. Alright?
The gem, raise the debt.
Works for me.
You don't want I don't want to just like out of nowhere put 125 or whatever 1,000 credits into one of your accounts. So every galactic standard month or every 3 weeks, you guys will get like another 20 to 30,000 credits. How about that? Until it's whatever's left. So
I mean, we really don't have any room to argue that.
she's basically
actually,
just hashing it idea.
Yeah.
As long as she is consistent about it, that's really nice for us, actually.
Yeah.
I'd rather have a consistent income than a lump sum.
That's basically says
Yeah,
she basically says either that or you give me 150,000 and I can put 100,000 credits into one of your accounts now. Which is me taking more than which is her taking 3/5.
I'm fine with the regular installment.
All right.
Is Laana inclined to try to negotiate?
You'd have a really fucking I as a player I couldn't see any sort of negotiation here.
I feel like the negotiation basically just happened.
Yes.
There was no role involved.
We are at all of the disadvantages. Like, our only token to even argue with is basically, hey, if we don't give it to you, you don't get anything out of this. Like,
And
that's
then
the
she's
only
just
thing
like,
we have
okay.
against her.
And she goes back to her husband who's rich.
Yeah.
What a bitch.
It is nothing
She's
different.
fantastic.
It is nothing different than what the player characters would do.
Oh, she's so good.
Well,
Just so happens we were the ones with our pants down in this situation.
and it just so happens you guys may have just made yourself an ally forever on Cloud City. An ally who might be of questionable use, but hey, an ally nonetheless.
Dubious value.
I will... with that kind of somewhat concluded, I'll actually ask her, by the way, if at some point in the future we came into, some Tabana gas, would you know where it could maybe be taken?
For what? If you want to just dump it off quickly, you can drop it off on Tatooine, and I think some of the smugglers there will take it off your hands for cheap.
I'll keep that in mind, just in case.
I'm talking dirt cheap because who the fuck needs Tabana gas on Tatooine?
I wasn't sure if maybe you...
I mean, what are you talking about here? Do you want to get actual market value for Tabana gas?
If she knows that, sure.
Weapons research bases would probably be a good thing, but you'd have to get lucky to find a Imperial weapons research base that's willing to look the other way for smugglers. let me tell you, there's a surprising amount of them.
Oh, I know.
There's a surprisingly large amount of them, but I don't know. Your best bet to actually make some money off of it and get rid of it quickly, I don't know. Maybe I wouldn't say this to anyone. Just really, maybe the rebels. I hear they're always in the market for more stuff.
That's understandable.
But yeah, I mean, other than that, take it to like some core world, I guess, and they'll probably pay you a good price.
Well, I suppose I won't see you for a while if we ever make it back this way. So,
And probably gonna need the information for that account so I could move.
I assumed that was being.
Yeah, she's
handed over.
basically going to be moving the money around to various different accounts because she's rich and has multiple accounts, probably.
Just make it disappear into larger sums of money.
Mm-hmm. And just launder it through various sources, and then what comes back to you is untraceable. And with that, Erashen.
Rich people problems, man.
Erashen is Goon.
And rich.
Well, I'm glad all of those subtleties and nuances of conversation happened back at the ranch. But it's a quiet so it doesn't draw any more suspicion.
He's just screaming quietly in his own helmet.
So are we going to find a way to keep that air car?
Just internally screaming.
I highly doubt it. It can't fit in the ship, which is now full anyways.
Think we can strip the mods out of it?
No, we do not have
It
enough
took
fucking
hours.
time. There is no time, you unconscious asshole.
Okay,
So,
let's
yes?
put this into perspective.
No,
This
don't
is the
don't even
Crossroads
acknowledge
heist
him.
escape.
Don't acknowledge him anymore.
You need to get to the helicopter in 3 minutes with all the bags before it leaves you.
3 minutes. It's the 1 minute variant.
Whatever.
And there's snipers everywhere. Okay. All right. How the fuck are we gonna make it back to our ship?
The idea is we're not-
question. How much strain would I have recovered from like an hour of relaxing?
Roll
Only ask because I'm feeling
vigilance plus 2 boost die.
cool or vigilance.
Whichever one you want. I'm okay with either. You recover 6 things, and those three advantages are going to be useful later.
That goes into the massive pool of threat.
Yeah, it's
It's
going
a
to
drop in the bucket at this point.
You
I
mean-
think that pool was multiplied when the alarms went off.
we have like dozens of threat tokens now.
Anyways, after maybe like 10-15 minutes, you just see Rakcharr jogging briskly, not wanting to, bring attention to himself, run in with Lissa right behind him.
That's right, I have my long strides. I have this protocol droid strapped to my back.
Mm-hmm.
Was that at the docking bay they arrived?
Yeah, they arrived where you were.
Okay, so I would have immediately after they called just invited Eliza aboard and told her to,
Mm-hmm.
make herself comfortable. I finished doing the docking stuff and requesting.
She's going to have a lovely conversation with G100 and B.
I'm gonna be
They're
requesting,
laughing their asses off. She is amazing.
requesting permission to leave shortly. Blah blah. I need things unlocked, etc., etc.
They're like, okay, and the docking clamps come undone.
Sweet. So everything's charging up and powering up and getting ready.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
upon
B,
seeing
darling,
them-
you're so hilarious. I did not know Rhodian crime dramas even existed.
They all end poorly.
I think if all the Rhodian crime drama, he'd know not to trust Rhodian.
Upon seeing the group enter the bay, I would hit the button to lower the ramp.
Rakcharr sees a ramp lower and calls back to Lissa, "If there's a Rhodian on board that ship, I'm kicking the Tabana gas open."
It's probably something that might not be very good either.
And all of you, well, not Jay. Jay can't see because he's unconscious.
That's the thing.
The two droids are basically sitting in like one of the sitting areas next to. Is that one of the bitters from the bidding thing?
Rakcharr basically, he runs up the lowering ramp and he draws in a breath like he's about to yell something out through the helmet. And then he stops and he sees Eliza. And then he shakes his head in confusion, expecting that he's so angry and excited right now that it can't be right. And he opens his eyes again.
Hello, dear.
Rakcharr, to his credit, slowly swivels his head to look down at the nearby Lissa.
Yeah, I recognize them too. Oh, fuck it, we need to leave.
I would definitely think you need to leave, because if... the Wing Guard are probably going to be here in the next, 2 to 3 minutes.
Yeah, we need to leave. Just put Jay somewhere. I need to make sure nothing explodes.
Rakcharr will set Jay, untie Jay and set him down at engineering.
Set him down on some Tabana gas.
We'll just go to the old Starfield map.
Alright, copying my token and transferring over to the Starfield map.
Gonna bring...
Hi, Bespin.
Gonna make Eliza, put him over here. She'll be hanging out with B. I need to make a token for... I'm just gonna make... You know what, B? You're being copied.
We have so
no,
many...
we don't need more bees.
We have the entire fucking Liberation Army, the Droid Liberation Army. They'll all be wearing, Che shirts.
There. Jay's.
There we go. G100 banking droid. G.
Alright.
There we go. Jay's on the table.
Holy shit, it's the Bee Gees!
Exactly.
Wow.
Alright. And I'm assuming you're taking off?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
We are not staying alive.
Okay.
As soon as the docking control finishes everything and says all clear, I'm fucking punching it like Han out of Mos Eisley.
Alright. You are getting this. This is Wing Guard control. Come in. Jack's remorse.
Rakcharr calls it Lissa.
Regrets.
We don't have time for
Or
you in engineering.
revenge.
You need to man one of these guns.
Turn around now and come back. Come back. We
Fine.
come back now and return for questioning. I'm assuming you just want to punch it.
Like I said, I already said I was punching it out of there.
Punch it hard, man.
Well, that's the actual maneuver. It's called punch it to go straight to max speed.
Yeah, make it go. Yeah, but you need to make that piloting planetary check to, probably pilot
Planetary?
Oh, pilot space. There you go, Jordan. You know your words.
Do you?
He says we're.
Okay. You're basically going to max speed in atmosphere, so it's gonna. I think the thing can handle it. You'll be fine.
Gotta make sure it holds together.
It's going to take 4 strain in doing it.
No, that's fine.
Because I went from speed 0 to speed 4.
Oh, whoops! Don't worry. I'll do it. I'll fix that. Yeah. Whoa. Inertial dampeners need a little fine tuning.
Guess
Wait, is it
we're
speed
never
3
going
or-
to be allowed back again.
Oh, remember it's speed now. 3. So it takes only 3 strain.
Whatever. Don't worry about it. Just make that. Just
Piloting
fly.
space.
Damn it, fly.
What difficulty is he looking at for his piloting?
Difficulty 3 because you're piloting it through the atmosphere into space.
Sweet.
And you're gone. You're in the atmosphere, but besides a few Imperial customs vessels which have not been alerted yet from the looks of things, you're fine.
Yeah, they don't want the Imperials to know the gem got stolen. That's not a joke. They probably don't.
I know.
Bespin has such great diplomatic reputation with the Imperials.
We have totally influenced how episode 5 goes down because of that.
We're the reason that Lando sells out.
Maybe. Anyways,
Because he can't afford to say no anymore.
B will make his astrogation check because that's what he is for.
I will gladly assist.
Alright. Where are you guys going, by the way?
Against my better judgment, I think we should actually try to genuinely deliver this to Gas. If there is any chance at all that this could not increase our obligations or give us a group obligation to do this, I'd be willing to do it.
Yeah, because above board, we know if we don't, it's only going to increase the obligation.
Mm-hmm. Let's see here, astrogation. All right, where are you guys wanting him to go? Because he's just...
The location where we were meant to deliver this to Gas.
All right. You're making rain to Duro, into the core worlds. Right. This is going to take you about
place for us to
four...
go.
It's going to be about 4 days, and B's not exactly sure about the accuracy of the statement. He was doing it pretty darn quickly.
Okay.
Yeah, but you'll get there. And now you guys have about 4 days of time to, figure shit out.
4 days of time to look awkwardly like
Yeah, just sit there with our, head in our hands, as it were.
So you guys might have noticed we have a passenger.
Yeah. Well, what's the deal with a bidder being on the ship?
Well, we need to defense the gem, right?
so
Not
we're,
really.
we're carrying the bidder who we're going to sell the gem to the bidder. That's what you're saying.
In the ship, I guess.
It seemed like the easiest way to quickly get rid of it.
I
Okay.
agree.
Yeah.
So, Rakcharr will look like suspiciously at Eliza, then back to Laana.
Why this one?
Aside from the obvious convenience of she's here
That.
and not connected to any of the political BS back on Bespin.
I wouldn't know whether she's connected to any of the political BS back on Bespin.
We talked, she's not.
Listen, I can pay you 50,000 credits right now for the gem, and it'll be out of your hair.
Jay's still unconscious, right?
Yes.
If this is immediately happening after going to hyperspace, yes.
Because
Okay,
Rakcharr will
good.
most certainly be curious about, like, what the fuck is this?
It's still
Because
like
otherwise, because Jay wouldn't be on board for this shit.
Right.
Oh,
Not,
he's
not
on
with
board.
that
Whether,
kind of explanation.
whether he gets a choice or not, he's on board.
Rakcharr is gonna look again between Eliza and Laana, and then because he doesn't exactly want to make, like, great decisions while he's angry right now, he's actually gonna look at Lissa.
yeah.
What do you think?
Well, I mean, honestly, we don't really have the means to fence this thing. I mean, sure, we could go back and contact Eroshen, and they are also literally on our ship right now.
What if we
pretty
tried to sell it to
sure-
Calth?
I'm pretty sure he's going to know that we both stole his gem and probably money.
Also pretty sure he's going to murder the hell out of us.
Like, Rakcharr, like, lowers, like he has, like, his helmet off, he's, like, lowering his head, looking at the ground, has, like, his hands, like, clenching his temples. What would Jay say? What would Jay say? What would Jay say?
I'm actually, anyone who has actually looked at Eliza can make a knowledge education check, or in this case, just intellect for most people.
What am I looking at here for difficulty?
Difficulty too.
I assume I automatically passed that check.
Yeah.
What would be...
The outfits look familiar. The outfits are really familiar.
Are you?
Lissa, you know
I
that.
thought that the
Wait a
point of Jedi
second.
robes was...
Those gems are used for lightsabers,
Yeah,
and what
it's
is
like-
she wearing?
Yes.
Well, that's definitely a thing.
Mm-hmm. But Lissa's like, people who are Force users wear those.
Isn't
Yeah.
the
Laana just
point
kind of gives Lissa a serious look for a moment and shakes her head no a little bit.
Well, Lissa, on the other hand, did get a fucking triumph with that.
I do know what they were used for, like when we were figuring out about the Kreska gem before.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And
if it looks
I
like
should know
Lissa's
what those
putting it
robes are.
together. Yeah, pretty much a serious look, like it's a pleading look, really.
Please let this happen.
just don't. No, just drop it. Don't say
No,
anything.
Okay.
Rakcharr's-
You want to talk later?
Rakcharr's like, well, no, I wouldn't know what Jay would do, because he's still thinking about it. That's why he only got the advantages. He's a droid, and I don't understand droids. B, what would Jay do?
Fuck you. Wait,
That sounds
That's
like what
accurate.
Yes.
wait. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean it. Don't hit me.
Rakcharr, like, gives, like, a contemplative look, like he's trying to, like, Jay would.
What's the meaning behind that?
That doesn't make any...
What does it mean?
And Rakcharr, like, looks up at Eliza. And, no, that doesn't make sense. And he looks back down at the floor. B just, like, putters away.
Hey, you guys got another droid who's basically the exact same. He's basically a fucking banking droid. So good luck with him doing anything.
So he's a protocol droid, then.
With not really protocol droid. He's basically his function is dispensing cash. Well, what little cash he has in him,
Alright.
which he really can't do anymore because. Reasons.
Alright.
All of his codes have probably been.
So you're saying he's a smuggler bot?
Alright.
He has a large carrying compartment that's hard to access.
Yeah.
Alright, so Rakcharr then looks back at Lissa and says, alright, I don't know, what would Jay do?
He'd probably say something sarcastic and then not do anything about it.
So,
Ouch.
like B uttering what he
Abstain.
did and then rolling away.
That's how
Exactly.
droids work.
So B did know what Jay would do.
I did. I told you.
Good job, B.
You're
he just
welcome.
demonstrated.
I'm gonna stay back here for now. Watching my videos.
Okay. I'm gonna take my dog out real quick.
Alright.
I'm just gonna watch my videos.
You fool, you've cornered yourself.
Rakcharr then, like, looks back at Lissa again and then says, so, you think we should... Not understanding the ramifications of the situation.
The best way to make decisions.
Is yes.
Well,
Eliza will reach into one of the pockets that are inside of one of the pockets at the waist of her robes and pull out a cred stick that basically is a 50,000 cred stick, and puts it on the table and says, "There you go.
Well then,
Take it or leave it. Just take it or leave it."
gonna go ahead and get the Kariska gem and put it there as well as I take the cred stick.
All right.
Rakcharr still has a suspicious look between the three women. Like, he feels like he's missing something, but he's also really pissed, so that might be impacting it. And then he ultimately decides, don't care anymore. He, like, sticks his arms out.
He just throws his arms up and goes screaming off down the corridor.
No, that's screaming off, just like stalking off down the corridors. Don't care anymore.
And
Then
then
it's actually a circle, so he just comes back around. Yeah, as the gem is delivered, Laana will give Eliza a little smile.
Eliza will shrug and say, "B, dear, I will be needing your help with this." He's like, "Okay."
Lana, you and I have to talk about this.
And then if no one bothers them for about an hour, you're gonna hear they're gonna do some repair work on stuff.
I'm not gonna bother them, but I am going to bother Lana.
All right,
I
it's
assume-
girl talk time.
Look, it's really not a big deal.
Look, the Tabana's one thing. Hell, the gem's also just one little thing. We're harboring something that the Empire would literally kill us for. There's no way we could weasel our way out of that.
Well, we just don't tell them.
Of course we don't tell them, but
Then they won't find out. It'll be fine.
yeah.
Look, she was on Bespin. Like, surrounded by all those people and was not found.
She obviously used whatever those mind things.
Or fucking black magic. Well, then
I've heard the
why
story.
couldn't she just use that to not be found here?
Ugh.
Like, I get what you're saying, but
Look, there's
there
getting
really wasn't much choice.
for Grand Theft, and then there's this.
Look, I I didn't want to say anything before, but you might have noticed she spoke to me at the auction. Even like she intended to get that gem, one way or another.